Hi guys. For this lesson, it's based on what I was seeing from you at the carpet yesterday. So there's no slides or workshop lesson. This is more of like a small group for students that need it, which the majority of you do. I think there were only 3 students that had main ideas listed in their writer's notebook. So if you are a student that had main ideas listed, you don't necessarily need to be here. It's not going to hurt you to be here, but if you have that work and you want to get started on writing about reading, that's absolutely fine. But again, that's really only 3 of you, and I would call you out by name, but I would have to, I'm like kind of thinking the 3rd student I'm thinking of maybe didn't have all of her main ideas, but anyways, you know who you are. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. How in the world do we even begin to know what a main idea for research is? So I'm going to walk you through my thinking and what I do to help me come up with main ideas, and hopefully you can apply that in your own reading later today. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes with me. I'm going to close one. And I want you to think about who you're researching, or what you're researching, or just your topic. And I want you to ask yourself this question. Why did you choose this? Why is it important to you? Because you chose it for a reason. I didn't make you. Your neighbor didn't make you. You chose it because you cared. So there's obviously something you want to know more about. And I want you to focus on that. I want you to think about the questions that you have surrounding that topic. If I think about why I chose scientists at work, I love science. I think it is fascinating to see why the world works the way that it does. And I know that scientists are the ones that do that work. So obviously I wanted to know more about how they do such great work. And if I continue on that line of thinking, and I ask myself all that I know about scientists, well, we're scientists every time that we ask a question and look for an answer. So 2 of my main ideas came from just knowing that science really is based on trying to find answers about the world around us. Literally one of them is scientists ask questions, lots of questions. And then my second main idea was scientists find answers to their questions. If I think about my personal experience with my friends and the background knowledge that I was able to gain just by reading about scientists at work, it blew my mind that there's so many different people that are considered scientists, but their jobs look completely different. So if you think about teachers, yes, we might teach different grades, different subjects, different groups of kiddos, but at the end of the day, we have lessons, we have students, we have grading, we have lesson planning, we have emails, everybody deals with the same things or similar things as teachers, but scientists are different. One scientist is literally trying to figure out why the earth works the way that it works. My friends are trying to figure out why certain things in physics are the way that they are. Particularly, my friend that works for Abbott Nutrition, she's focused on how we can use science to better feed our babies. How cool is that? It's just, they're all technically scientists, but their work is so vastly different. So I was fascinated by that, and I pulled out another main idea because of it. And that was simply that scientists work in incredibly different ways. Also based on the research that I guess it was primary research, but the conversation, the interview that I had with my 2 friends that worked at Ohio State University, allowed me to see that scientists often work for universities and that they have a focus to their research. And that allows them to kind of create those experiments and the different things that they're able to do to hopefully work to find those answers that they're looking for. So those were the main ideas I started with based on what I knew, what I was thinking, what I really wanted to know, and what I was finding out through my primary research. I hope that that helps you think about how you might start to ask yourself questions to gather these main ideas. So again, the first step would be to just ask yourself why you chose this topic. Ask yourself what you want to know. And then finally look at your primary research and see if there's any lenses that you could take or main ideas you could pull out. And then finally, you can just try to synthesize both your primary research and any print research that you've done, so print resources. Now that we've figured out how to gather our main ideas, which should help you in your writing about reading today, I want you to also take a second and talk to me about how we work to revise those main ideas to make our research raise kind of up a level, and it allows our thinking and understanding of text to be raised. So I'm going to show you my reader's notebook, and hopefully you can see it okay. Let me try this. Oh, not working. Okay, I'll just do my best. You can see the ones that I just shared with you are up here. Now, this is the one that I left off on, and it says scientists ask questions, lots of questions, but you'll notice that I added something to it. I said that, and they do research to answer them, which combined this main idea with my other main idea, which was to ask questions. It felt silly the more that I researched to keep those separate because they're so closely related, especially in science. And then based on the work that we did yesterday, reading about how the scientists interacted with the wolffish and the spotted, or the two spots, I was fascinated to see how they were obviously collaborating. And then I also noticed that they were having to work really, really hard, and they dealt with some pretty interesting struggles. And I was even reading in one of my other texts of a researcher that got stuck in a cave that he was trying to kind of explore to figure out why, or I guess how the earth created those underground caves. And he had gotten stuck in that. So that was a huge failure, really. Or I shouldn't say failure, but like adversity, a moment of adversity. And he could have given up and kind of, I would hate to say that he might, not get out, but he could have given up. He really could have. And he didn't. He found a way out, and the discovery that he made on his way out of the cave was really, really neat. So without that adversity, he may not have noticed what he noticed about the rocks. So anyways, obviously my last two main ideas are deeper than the ones that I began with, but my understanding of the topic is growing, so my main ideas are a little bit more specific. So I wrote scientists work hard, often encountering failure on their way to discoveries. And then, scientists need to collaborate with others, especially other scientists. So anyways, as you gain more information, I don't want you to not go back to your work. I want you to go back to these main ideas and be willing to tweak them and add to them, but Just kind of look at it as a living document, something that can always be changing. That's what it means to be living. And don't feel like it's so fixed that you can't go back to it and revise it as you gain more information. Anyways, I hope that helps you get started with building your main ideas and revising those main ideas when you're ready. Again, in workshop today, you'll want to build your main ideas and questions that you may have that you'll work to find answers in your research. You can go ahead and get started on your research once those main ideas are built. And then as you research, make sure that the notes you are taking actually helps you work to answer those questions or main ideas that you have. All right, good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.